Welcome to Policy on Demand's Week in Review. I'm Pam Olson.
What would you tell clients are your takeaways from this week?
My key takeaways from the week are that, Republican or Democrat, major changes to the tax laws are hard. A friend reminded me of the hashtag TRIH for tax reform is hard that circulated on social media in 2017. It may be even harder when undertaken while major changes to the international tax order are underway and before we put a global pandemic fully behind us. The challenges the Democrats are facing seem similar to the challenges Republicans faced in 2017. Differences within a party can stymie legislative action, just as differences between the parties do. I don't know whether bipartisan tax changes would be easier than partisan tax changes, but a bipartisan effort, like the infrastructure bill, might promote stability in the tax system.
Which question related to policy did you get asked the most, and how did you respond?
The question I got the most was about the impact on timetables and effective dates of trying to squeeze a size 12 foot into a size 4 shoe. My reaction is that, at this point, it seems unlikely legislation will be enacted before December. The knock-on effect is that the closer we get to the end of the year, the more difficult it will be to make the changes effective on January 1, 2022. Companies will simply need time to comply. There are, of course, provisions with proposed retroactive effective dates. The further we get past the proposed dates, the greater the pressure will be to let those dates slip. The same is true of the OECD project, about which I'm also getting a lot of questions. Betting on political momentum, the OECD has put forward a very aggressive timetable, but its ambition may outstrip government's capacity to implement an extraordinarily complicated deal.
Where should companies focus their attention in the coming week?
Companies should focus their attention on the new starters being put forward as a way of making the whole package palatable to those who object to various pieces. While there is simply not enough time to draft some of the proposals, a carbon tax, for example, others have precedents, the book income tax, for one, or are more easily drafted. These are ideas that could gain traction as Democrats cast about for alternative sources of revenue in the weeks ahead.